noise beyond this point. So put your minds on silent and your ears on loud as I vibrate my vocal cords and create a chorus of subliminal messages beneath the surface of my tongue that will emerge as regurgitated lies. But let not your eyes be deceived by what your ears perceive to be false truths. You see, the true truth of the matter is that we have all been tricked into believing that their honesty is factual, when it actually isn't. The words that now vacate the open space on my face are trying to locate your cerebral base of ancestral knowledge. But they've hidden the hieroglyphics and pyramids and charged us admission. Can't you see past their ivory encryptions? The password should be etched into the fibers of your soul, stitched into the strands of follicles that have been stranded in a foreign land where the colors have been mixed. But it was all fixed that way. Can't you see? You were born and raised learning how to never believe me, but to believe I was the enemy. But tell me, how can you be truly happy after being relieved of your soul? That's right. We've been deceived and controlled by the titans of deception for centuries. See, in 1712, Willie Lynch gave our masters the keys to eternal inception. It was the inception of a theory that theoretically, when put into practice, would entrap us mentally for hundreds of years to come. Now hundreds of years have come and gone, and I guess practice makes perfect, because they perfected the slave syndrome. I guess we should have been taking notes, because he says, and I quote, "Gentlemen, these are your tools to slavery. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will become perpetually distrustful. Look around you. Do you trust your black brothers and sisters sitting next to you? No, but we trust the white misters and misses that come again to our land and profit from it, while we work, waiting on them hand and foot, working as waiters and maids and waitresses. But it's not like it's 1712 anymore. It's not like we're on plantations anymore. Look around you. This is Atlantis. This is paradise. I guess calling them sir is better than calling them master. And I guess cooking for them in a restaurant is better than doing it in their homes. And I guess that being a black porn star is better than being raped. And if you believe any of that, then I guess I should just be happy for you. Because like I said, it's not like it's 1712 anymore. It's not like we live on plantations anymore. Look around you. This is Atlantis. This is paradise. I guess I'm the only one who's not satisfied. And I guess my happiness won't come until I've died mentally, because as long as I'm alive physically, I refuse to let them deny me the one thing that they have been trying to, and that is freedom. True freedom.
I don't believe God knows what I'm going to choose, just what will happen after every choice. I don't concede to the inevitable. The impossible is only impossible because no one and nothing has done it before. Pride goeth before a fall, but a rise goeth before pride. So it's not surprising that there are ups and downs in life. The meek will inherit the earth, but which part? And if the whole, how meek will they be then? I don't believe in destiny. And what has to be, unless it's you and me, I don't believe in destiny. I don't have to spread any words or lead anyone or stand firm or force something. I could just shut up and sit down. I don't have to be any kind of me that you can foresee. I don't believe in destiny. I don't believe that coincidentally you met me every morning on my way and always had something to say. I believe in destiny if that means that there's no you and me, just we. And then we'll believe in destiny. Thank you.
She has the voice of an angel. Melody is so heavenly, and when I'm mellow, she takes me low, then high on a ride as I feel every note that floats from her throat to my cochlea. I would rather no distractions from music, just bass clef boats cruising into my air canal, and she's the captain. I'm captive to her captivating actions. No cracks, airtight, binding me with vocal cords, blinding me with her light as she shines, and I definitely don't mind because at least I'm not deaf. If I was, I would be dying from a lack of her diaphragm, framing picture-perfect pictures that sound like images, curing me of Alzheimer's. A reminder in falsetto. Nothing falls as I fall into a harmony that never harms me because when it hits, I feel no pain. It's like cocaine, like beauty and brains, like the sultry sound of adultery and the discretion of secrets, seductions, something soothing in her soft songs like a hit from a bomb that calms me down like the sound of moving waters. I watch her. She is awesome. I am somewhat in awe of her gift, as if the presence of God was in her voice box, releasing the presence of God. Sing, baby, non-stop. She has the voice of an angel. Most incredible, almost edible. She lays out dinner tables of verses, courses of choruses that I devour with no forks or dishes. I listen and I'm replenished. Just close your eyes and sing for me. Even her hum has harmony. No armed army or arm of the law can steal the freedom I feel when she sings my soul at peace. Like I was sold a piece of solace solely for my attention, a sale made at every opportunity to tune my dial to your station. Drugged out on your medication, I am your patient, patiently awaiting my next dose, over or under the counter, handed out on street corners. I am a fiend. Air pornography. I feel filthy wanting to lie naked as you perform. The audio version of crack, coke, chronic, and cups of rum all rolled in one. Even a hum makes me come because no armed army or armed the law can force their arm to hold me from my freedom. She has the voice of an angel. What she sings into being are white-winged beings, erasing traces of evil thinking. Golden halos gravitate over their dreadlocked crowns. Gowns made of pure symphony. She sings music into me. It's interesting. Even her songs sing songs to me. Vocals that led slaves as they waded through water. Vocals that never broke when tears mixed with blood. They only got stronger. Vocals that sang for freedom. Vocals that sang for fashion. Vocals downloaded on every iPod, jump drive, MP3. Her vocals transcends time. Etta James, Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, Whitney Houston, Adele. Her songs are everything, audible and silent, heaven and hell. The anticipation where the space is, where no words are placed, soothes me like violence. Violence never violates the veil that she covers me with. So she sings, and I spiritually drift. I mentally sift and physically listen as she sings to me. She has the voice of an angel.
To the stage. I don't know if she's ready, but I hope that she is, because if she's not, she's really gonna not like me calling her name right now. But I thank you for coming. I'll give it up for Deja.
What?
Out of my mother's 9 children, everyone says that I look like her the most. For a split second, I get really excited because my dad isn't much of a looker. But I don't think he knows that, because he always tells me I'm lucky to have his genes, and his mother is the prettiest woman you've ever seen. And I realize I look nothing like my mother. We have the same pin-shaped head, but hers show the wear of being the oldest child. Sewing clothes for our only brother. Clothes ripped from fighting for his sister. But now that he's older, he puts clothes on her bare back so she'll know she doesn't have to sew anymore. And everything that was torn apart is mended. Every stitch she made has stitched them back together, but the trail of thread is still present in her palms, leaving scars for every time she lends someone her hand, and mine doesn't look anything like hers. My knuckles aren't as dark as hers from fighting my father every time he tried to lay a hand on her. My knees aren't as bent from struggling with the ground in order to clean my mess and kneeling down because she knows that's the only way her prayers can go up. I look nothing like my mother. I don't have dimples in the shape of fists, wrinkles that heal into scars, wounds in my womb for every miscarriage, hands hungry from sacrificing all that they have, feet bruised from walking on shattered dreams, back broken like hearts from giving away her bed so others can dream better ways to love. I look nothing like my mother. She doesn't wear her crown anymore. She removed it from her head, placed it beneath my feet, so I'll know how to always walk like a queen. She lifted her soul from the ground, placed it above my head, so I'll remember, always keep my spirits up. She has the most angelic eyes. She sees past all the bad in people until she could only see the face of God in every stranger. Her eyes are red and swollen from holding my tears because she knows I'm too scared to cry them from myself. My mother is so amazing. She holds miracles in the cracks of her lips, angels in the palm of her hand, forgiveness between each finger, and a dent in her right shoulder to carry anyone's cross. So don't tell me I look like my mother. She is so beautiful, but she wants me to look nothing like her.
I'm feeling butterflies grazing up and down my neck as his tongue caresses my skin. Fondles my skin softly, eyes slightly closed as his hand starts to travel slowly but adventurously over my body. And all I hear in the background is music. Sweet music. His breathing has quickened, his mouth much more eager. I can hear his racing heartbeats. And as much as I would like to please him, I can't. I can't, because this man wants to take pleasure in my body, has not yet attached himself to my spirit, hasn't made acquaintance with my soul, and as much as I yearn for him to hold me the way he wants to, I'm not holding his heart. And the backfire of my decision of not letting his surging in me, he has strained us, not strained us, strained me. Does he even care that I want him to be part of me, deeper than a climax can ever reach? That I want him more than he can make my back bend, more than he can make my throat scream, more than the times I could be calling his name. But he doesn't understand that I am way more complex than his ex, that I stand for more than the scar that she left on his chest, that I am more than the few that he has confessed his secrets to. Could he just confess his secrets to me? Meek is his spirit when it accompanies me. Humble I know his heart could be, if only he would vie for much more than what meets the eyes, and look for what is inside my body. Try to embody my intellectuality so I can see straight through that hardcore demeanor. You just want to love. Well, why won't you love me? Overlooking the persistence of my heart's cries for you, you look upon my body's distant needs for you. Because before my body can want you, my heart has to need you first. And I don't need to know how strong you are or how long you could go, because I haven't had that urge yet. Why don't you be the first to? Why don't you be the first to? Why don't you be the first to capture my heart and take hostage of my body? Dig deeper for me, because there's more to me than just the treasure chest. Because I'm not like the X that marked an X on your heart and made a false X clean to your feelings. So until you could give me all of your feelings, my wealth shall remain closed and hidden. Thank you.
Touch me, please. Not just a regular touch, like I need it. Oh, I need it so much. I need your arms wrapped around me, pulling me in. I need it like I need my day to begin. I've been trying, you see, to hold it all. I've been trying not to let everything fall. Not to fall in love, not to fall down. I've been knocked around, I've been kicked around. I've been neglected for so long, so please hold me in arms so strong. Hold me, please. Pull me in. I need it like I need my day to begin.
I'm of a different lyricist with a spiritual epiphysis. Takes third vision precision for you to see what the difference is. You can't hear while I'm saying this because I speak future into present tense. My words like a hoodie over your head, you think it's irrelevant. But no Trayvon references. But I'm racist in the spiritual sense. So to the opposition, I show no benevolence. So to the opposition, I show them no benevolence. Because I know who I'm rolling with. Don't take my cockiness for confidence. Citizen of the kingdom where eternity is a benefit and omnipresence is a promise. So I know this is not my focus. So I endure this life until I'm done with to fulfill a purpose. With this death, I face it fearless. He serves me. He's my waitress. Disrobes me of humanity into my transcendental existence. Do you see how I'm living? The free flow of life I'm now given. A pre-legacy I share with you before the story is ever written. You remember me because I'm timeless. I wrote our words where your heart is. So say hello to him because he's my ventriloquist. Now I'm speaking in Autobot's eloquence. In his love I find confidence. Now prestigiously living, I'm giving you what is heaven sent. Hell-bent, unrepentant, made the serpent relent. Because I'll never trade my cockiness because in him I'm confident.
Just letting you guys know this isn't about women, okay? So, now let me tell you about my relationship with a girl named Allison. She was my first, so there wasn't really much of a benchmark for comparison. We met about 4 years ago, back when I was just some dumb, ugly nerd, and everybody was telling me that I was just too young for her. Our first date was embarrassing, but I think that that's alright, because everybody gets too attached to that one girl that one time. And when our tongues first met, she left me tongue-tied, which marked the maiden voyage on the expedition of my love life. Now we've been going steady. Our relationship isn't problematic, but I'm a problem addict, and my problem is that our love is not emphatic. And I find that she's fine when I'm trying to unwind, but as time starts to fly, I realize she can't be mine. She doesn't help what I'm looking for. I don't mean that she's meant to stop me, but she just leaves me in this dismal state of permanent melancholy. And Allie's helped me a lot. I've been through enough with you. But love isn't a commodity, and I don't think you're the substitute. And then there's Molly. I love and loathe when she... I love them both when she speaks to me, because the emotions she brings forth push the bounds of extremities. And I've only met her a few times, and I give her way too high respect, because she's about the closest thing to love that I think I can get. And we always roll in nightclubs where I never act sensible, and whenever we start dancing, things get a little too sensual. I feel Shakespearean with Molly. Her touch sheds my mortal shell, and she doesn't support my wealth, but all is well, because for a few hours I can escape my normal hell. And she's so sweet, she sweats sugar and secretes syrup, saliva, and seems simply perfect. Maybe. But with such speed, she switches to a slick syrup and slithers inside my soul like a sinister sow, suckling my sympathy, instead injecting sadness like saline. Her powdered passions packed and produces feelings that are fabricated, and I start tripping out, and then my skin feels like it's animated. And despair, anguish, anxiety that I have to show in my face, and I have to resist the urge to go and bite open my veins. And then you came along, Alex, or was it Sam? I forgot your name that you said to me. Ashley? Riley? Oh, that's right, we have yet to meet. And making me feel more sensually than tripping on ecstasy. And the eye candy I used to chase couldn't even smell this sweet. And I'm done with that candy, see? Because with that, I'm not living happily. That's simply a fallacy. It's delicious, but leaves you with nothing but diabetes and cavities. And people are so violent to you, like you were the son of Sam. I guess people just hate towards what they don't understand. And I'll admit, I insulted you, but then on the other hand, our ship will come and go and then you'll leave me for some other man. So I'm not sure if I want you, but I think I need you, because I'm tired of putting on this facade that only you could see through. And so I have to sit back and watch it fall as all of our memories go, because we haven't met and I doubt to each other will ever be known.
My bubbies used to be full. The nipples pointed forward, facilitated by that juicy curve that filled out at the bottom. They never wrinkled when being held, and they never had these stripes before. This new man I have is pretty rough. He pulls and tugs and sucks and hits and slaps and pinches and bites my bubbies. The ones that used to be full, with the juicy curve at the bottom that caused my nipples to point forward, they now have stripes. Long bubbies, long bubbies. My mother warned me about long bubbies. Two-piece at the beach. Long bubbies held up by string. Juicy bubby gal walk past in a two-piece at the beach. Juicy bubbies held up by string. Bounce, bounce, jiggle, wiggle. Juicy bubbies held up by string. Now you think she couldn't put on more clothes than that? No brought up seat. Deep inside, emotions swell. All of a sudden, I feel not well. Long bubbies, long bubbies. My mother warned me about long bubbies.
Thank you. Okay, well, rumor has it that Karma is the bitch that stole one woman's pride, and she can't take it back no matter how hard she tries. In and out of town, Karma continues to rove, and where she stops, oh, everybody knows. This sexy beast walks up and down in her sexy Jimmy Choos, rubbing shoulders with the who's telling on your face all her news, and now everybody's about to know what you're about to lose. Karma in all her beauty can be a blessing, but moreover a curse for the worst of us who thirst to be the first victim that doesn't remember that what goes around comes back around and around and around again, until you, my fine friend, learn that every action has a reaction and there can be no retraction for the infraction that you created for yourself. Damn you, Karma, you say to her, but it's Karma that insists that you take note of what you do. Think before you screw with Mr. who doesn't care about you, and wake up the next day blaming everyone but the true you when you've lost everything and everyone under the sun because you selfishly sought pleasure in those nights of fun. Listen, man, Karma doesn't steal your pride. She's the only one that decides which move you make, which steps you take, which promises you break, whether you appear to be real or fake. For goodness sake, girl, don't blame Karma for righting your wrongs while you sing yet another sad song. To you, Karma might be a naughty girl, but she's only here to balance the world. And yes, Karma might be a bitch, and sure one at that, but she ain't the one that keeps falling off track.
She is Venus. During the sun's long-awaited exile as we exhale cooling sighs of relief. She's not your typical Cinderella, zipping up her spandex dress, stepping into red patent pumps out. She is on the streets again, to swim in waters more shallow than her mindset. Venus. A goddess of love and sexual desire, ready and willing to give all that you inquire. Her requirements are simple. Just be a man with legs to stand on, have something that she can, well, sit on. But would you like being at the top knowing that she was at the bottom of her pride? Insecurities rising and falling like stock numbers and tides. She falls, but she could never rise above herself. She used to wear mommy's makeup so she knew what it's like to be a woman before her time. Sometimes she would want to burn her breast and her face just to give the doctor a reason to make new ones. She is Venus, but only at night, where she isn't confused with the truth that she is actually a hermaphrodite or a man who is hormonally imbalanced. She seems a little feminine, but we call that mentally challenged. So we push and we shove our feelings down his throat, let him choke because we're selfishly wishing that his larynx can catch its good senses to meet puberty. Vincent by day, Venus at night. Two fraternal twins appearing only in the sight of thoughts that mourn for us to choose a side, or just at least accept them both. Vincent wanted everything to be like Venus, but Venus, I know, right? Everything I can be in and that. Vincent wanted everything to be like Venus, but Venus never wanted anything to do with Vincent. Because sometimes he wished that he could no longer be a he, she, more like a he that is a she, but was a she all the time because he is still Venus in his mind. But Venus is tired of merely existing through the sun's long-awaited exile. Vincent, be true to yourself. Will you let it blossom now?
As I stand before you, stare into the eyes of the beast, as I feast my stare piercing your pupils, crushing through the door of your soul, lo and behold what awaits you. Sexual images dance around and shadows of your thoughts, my sole purpose to bring this erotica to life. These forbidden pleasures you have suppressed has caused you much stress, so let's forget it all and address. Lay your hair down, open your thighs as I bless and break bread. As my tongue runs laps around your pool, you begin to act out, somewhat fooled. Crazed as it seems, bursting at the seams, I beg you to hold your composure because this isn't over. So let me use my rod of correction and fix what ails you. Like a skilled carpenter, I hammer and nail you. Now it seems as if you're overtaken because you're started leaking and your legs are shaking. Isn't this what you asked for? Or am I mistaken? You see, you asked for it, but when you got it, you didn't believe. So the next time you stare into that beast's eyes, remember this night of pleasurable prize, and next time, you won't be so surprised.
The boy with the guitar said to wear my heart on my sleeve, but he's too lazy, he's too nice, and it's too late, because my lips are dancing with hers, and she's got my sleeves around her waist. She gives what strangers tend not to. Her clothes come off, and it isn't something I'm usually offered, so I take it. And I like it, but so does he, and I'm fond of the guy, but bad at sharing. Rum aside, I want her, and not to brag, she wants me. He can stay, but off our sheets. We wake the neighbors, but I don't care. Maybe next time they'll know not to stare. You say you're toxic, I say you're intoxicating. Not my best line, I know, but let it pass because I was 16 and you were 29. I buttoned your shirt, but never signed the release for you to pry open my ribcage. The commandments are written on my neck. Every past lover carving their mistakes into the next. You take too much pleasure in defying my laws. The torment in your eyes haunts the back of my mind. I need the ground glasses, your pain to be injected into my veins. Let me take some of your misery. I'll make it easier to carry. I want to steal the toys from your self-mutilating playground because I've got too many friends tossing razor blades to catch them all at once. I blame your father, and I blame my father. Maybe they should meet. Maybe we should meet again. I kept the ticket from that one time you left and came back. It's in my wallet, and the writing on the back is fading, but what does it matter? I know all the dates by heart. My stomach drops whenever I hear Johnny Cash because you sang her and your say kiss so well they all clapped. Not kissing you then was criminal. When you asked me what I was thinking at night and I said, if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it really make a sound? I was lying because I'd rather hear the pulse of your heartbeat than my own. As you left for Tokyo, the boy with the guitar came around. The boy with the guitar came around, bearing chocolates this time. He took his guitar and rewrote the song. The tune is never to be heard by anyone. Let it stay in that room, bunking with those four concrete walls and the self-indulgence which drove me here. They say if you love something, let it go. I want to meet they. I want they to fall in you. I want they to fall in love with you. I want they to down as many Rocky Road chunks and Roman cokes getting over you as I did. Then I want they to look me in the eye and say, I let her go.
You was a G+1, so now you're going on, home run. With a delicate words, you melt my heart to stone, first base. With your lies, you managed to steal second base, skinny dipping, so up to the third base. While sticking the comments with your basics, there's only a matter of time before we would forthcoming, home run. And in defeat, I stood wondering what happened. The breakup occurred. And you were sharing tears profusely, and I was forced on a diet knowing that I couldn't eat. And in court, I pleaded guilty for temporary insomnia, knowing very well that I couldn't sleep. But daydreaming still got the best of me. My mind was shattered and starving, so it fed out the memories. Reminiscing, remember me? The love of your life? You placed your heart in days for many days, in addition to turmoil and strife. My words sailed through my mind, slicing and cutting everything as though a knife. I needed to cut down the pain just to maintain an appetite. It's a small world. So I downloaded some food on my berry appetite. The nightmare of this nightmare was getting worse. I struggled, but I managed to free myself to wake up. But wait, I just remember I couldn't sleep, so this nightmare was simply the breakup.
I've loved you for 6 years, 11 months, 4 days, 2 hours. Too long. I loved you before I knew what love was, but that was okay because love was whatever we had. 6 years, 11 arguments, 4 breakups, 2 curse words. Too much to bear. See, I thought that somehow I could harness some supernatural power that would make time transcend, make you transform, make your flaws transparent. But my problem was that I loved you before I knew what love was, but that was okay. Because I had forced a definition onto love and labeled it as whatever the hell we had. Porque fue evidente que el diablo estaba dentro de ti, mi amor. El diablo estaba dentro de ti. The devil was inside you. To love, to hold, to cherish were the only three things I asked of you, and that shouldn't have been hard for someone who could look me in the eyes and say those three magic words without even a twitch of eye or an outbreak of guilt-ridden sweat or nape of neck. But you came to steal, kill, and destroy, and you, I, and us were the Trinity. Turned upside down, reversed, covered in black and defiled, and I still don't understand how evil works. How could you sleep peacefully, knowing you weren't at peace with me? How could you hurt the one who stood like a midget in front of giant you and told the world to piss off when it was pissed at you, and then say, hey, no man cometh unto my lover except through me? No man did. Woman did. Women did, and we men did. Your selfish brokenness, while you left us broken and in a mess, and I watched you point your hardened, stiffened wood at them, while they waited, branched out like trees across beds, like eaves in your recreated gardens of Eden, while I waited for my saint to come home, to return to me that like the love that never was returned, love unrequited. I was too in love to quit it, settling for a quick fix because you refused to settle. And I still don't understand how evil works. But I know enough now to know that it dwells in you. And so I will take your E-V-I-L, reverse its lettering, and I will L-I-V-E. Because no amount of evil is worth my joy, and with the help of God, I will be able to replace the first vowel and L-O-V-E again. But until again, there's just now. And right now, I am pressing stop on this timer. 6 years, 11 months, 4 days, 3 hours.